I want to talk to you now about level 3, the color of royalty. So have you ever heard about absolute net properties? Absolute net properties. You see, it's easier to get robbed by a pen than it is to get robbed by a gun, said my billion-dollar mentor, Mark Jones. Absolute net properties. This is level 3, right? This is where you're wearing the royal vest of purple. So absolute net properties, you own the land, you let the corporation pay you the rent. So let me explain what that means. You own the land and you let a corporation pay you rent, and they'll pay you $5,000 to $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month for 30 years. So absolute net properties, folks, absolute net properties. So this level 3 of absolute net properties, remember, when you hear it, you'll forget it. When you see it, you'll remember it. But not until you do it will you understand it. Well, let me share my screen. Let me show you what I mean by absolute net properties. Absolute net properties. You see these Bojangles here? So let's go with something that everyone knows. This is a Dunkin' Donuts, right? Everyone knows Dunkin'. Amscot. For those that don't know what Amscot is, this is what they do is they something with the with the animals, like they get food, it's like they sell animal veterinarian stuff. This is a CVS. Hang on, what are we talking about before you walk away? Absolute net properties. Level 3. Del Frisco. This is not too common on USA. Chili's. You guys know Chili's. I suppose you guys eaten at a Chili's. We've got Wawa. They're Florida gas stations. We've got Walgreens. I mean, at this point, we'll do Walgreens because everyone knows Walgreens. And if you don't know Walgreens, then Google it. So it says Lake Nona, absolute net lease, Walgreens, single tenant, absolute NN. So you can Google this yourself and see what I mean. In any case, what we're dealing with right now is that the property address is in such place. The price is $10 million, so not that much. LOL. Whoops. Now, take a look at this number. It says net operating income of $623,000. So $623,000 divided by 12 months is going to equal to that number. That's how much you're getting every month. Every month for the next 12 years. Now, here's the question. Hey, Baruch, I had the same question when I first started. I was like, why are people selling this? So in other words, why are people selling these absolute net properties? This is level 3 now. So all we have to do is simple. What we've got to do is we've got to come up with 70% loan to value of 10 million. All we have to do is come out, this Wawa is a gas station. All we got to do is come up with 70% of 3 million, 3.5 million with a cap rate of 5%. This is getting now private equity, real estate, cap rate, IRR, MRR, NOI, net operating income. So this Wawa gas station is making 177. So this is what it's making every year profit, not revenue. 177,293 divided by 12 months. How much is that every month? You're making about 177,293. You're making that amount every month. Now the question with the answer, why do people want to sell this? Well, first of all, why do people want to sell anything? People have their portfolios. This is a CVS. People have their portfolio listing price of 4 million. We need to only come up with 70% of 4 million. This is why when we deal with absolute net properties, we're dealing with private equity, or we could deal with some bankers, but the interest on these prices, they're a little bit too much, whether it be Chase, Citibank, whether it be whatever. So now we got to connect you to hedge funds. Okay. So we got to connect it to hedge funds. So why do people sell anything? I mean, they make their money, they wait 2 to 3 years, and they've made their 10%, they've made their 20%, they've made their 12%, and they want out. They want to go to another spot. If they've made $700,000 in 3 years, on top of whatever else they already made, Why do they want to hold this? They don't want to hold it anymore. So the logic is, what's happening here is you are owning the land where a big corporate franchise, take note, this is level 3 now, absolute net properties. Level 3, right? Absolute net properties. You own the property, you own the land. And because you own the land, these corporate franchises like Dunkin' Donuts, Pizza, Domino's, Papa John's, KFC, Scott, CVS, what is this? Del Frisco. I've never even heard of Del Frisco, but Del Frisco, Chili's, Denny's, Dunkin', these corporate businesses are going to pay you because they want to conduct their business in that area. This is called absolute net properties. You only have to come, this Dunkin' is for 1.9 million. You only need 70% of that. Now, how much is this Dunkin' gonna pay you? If the cap rate is 5.27, the net operating income is 100,000. 177. Divided by 12, you're making about $8,300 a month. You don't have to worry about the maintenance. And no. Do you have to worry about the parking lot and any permits? And no. Do you have to worry about the people and the employees working in the Dunkin' Donuts? And no. Do you have to worry about the supplies and the kitchen crap? And no. The only thing you're doing is you're purchasing the land so that Bojangles can go in and operate. You're purchasing the land so Del Frisco's can operate. These corporate leases are level 3 in corporate America, in the corporate ladder to financial wealth and freedom. And people on the internet don't talk about this because they want to charge you $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $70,000 to do it. Oh, to teach you. To teach you. However, if you utilize something called the Business Loan Committee, which I just explained in detail about how they package your deal, about that, how they'll find you the money, because it's former Chase underwriters, retired Merrill Lynch executive, CPAs, attorneys, seasoned people with gray hair, unlike me, that I'm young, people with gray hair. They will package these loan deals and they will get you $200,000, $250,000, $350,000 and up. And yes, you do have to pay up front, anything between 5 and 20, depending on the complexity. Now, if you don't want to go through the business loan committee, that's fine. Oh, he's just trying to sell his business loan committee. Man, I knew there was a catch. Oh, I knew he's just trying to upsell. All right. Well, how about I tell you how to do it yourself, and you get connected to hedge fund managers. Now, as at the recording of this video, I'll say it this way so I can be respectful. I stopped referring billionaires. Well, I stopped referring people to my billionaire contacts or to my hedge fund manager contacts, because people don't, at least the people that I've met, they don't know how to behave and they don't know how to conduct business. And so what it is now is I'll show you the ingredients for the soup for free on YouTube and at a premium at a school community, right? And at a premium, a monthly membership. And then I'll show you how to do the soup, how to put the ingredients together. And then you have to click the bottom and boil the ingredients so that you can eat the soup, so that you can get these absolute net properties. Absolute net properties are leases, they're corporate leases from corporate franchises in the United States of America that are going to pay you. Now, what if the market, like let's say this opportunity, if the market for this $10 million property, if the market here 5 years from now, or 2 years from now, from whatever listing you're watching, this is the last thing I'll say in absolute net properties. Let's say the market goes down, down, down. I mean, we got a bubble or something that happened, you know what I'm saying? And so the market in that area goes down in price value. Well, that's got nothing to do with you, Jack. Mary, Susie, Johnny, Eddie. That's got nothing to do with you, friend, comrade. Well, Tovarish, simply because you own the land. And Walgreens, Walmart, Dunkin' Donuts, Amscot, Bojangles, or however that's pronounced. What is this? I don't know what this one is. Stream, Del Frisco's, Chili's. They're gonna pay you regardless. So if they'll pay you regardless, that's a good deal, Jack. So that's what I wanted to touch on, folks. I wanted to touch on absolute net properties in regards of level 3. Level 3, branch 2. At this point, there is no steps. At this point is whatever you want to do. So level 3, branch 2 is real estate notes. So you know how folks buy the debt, credit cards, and they buy the debt and they collect on that debt of cars, or they collect on that debt for et cetera, yachts, jets, whatever. Real estate notes is becoming the bank, right? 40 to 70 cents on the dollar, and you're making such and such returns as you can see in my screen. So that's another thing you can do. The real estate notes is level 3 of real estate, period. I'll say that again. Real estate notes is level 3 of real estate, period. I want to talk to you about going public. So going public is not something that, hey, I woke up and I want to go public. What does that even mean? Well, that means you want to be traded in the New York Stock Exchange and you want to